Hey everybody, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am playing Shadows of Brimstone. Specifically, I am going to be playing mission number 3 called Seal the Void Gate. I have got my game set up. I'm ready to go. Each of my heroes is starting with their 2 grit. When they were in town, they managed to buy some supplies for their side bags. Each of them have 2 dynamite, bandages, a whiskey, and a thing called flash, which I will have to look up. I can't remember what flash does. Flash is discard to make all enemies -2 initiative until the end of their turn. So it's a good way to slow things down, like the spiders, for example. All right, so I have got my Gunslinger and my Marshal placed at the start of the mine here. My trackers are in place. And this particular game, what is going on is I am supposed to find something called the book. And the book is going to be used by one of my heroes to seal the gate. The gate is going to be found in one of the chambers that is revealed. And there's some special rules about this that I'll cover when we hit that. Like, how do I use the book and how do I close the gate and stuff like that. But the first thing I need to do is, it says that when the game starts, due to the extra void energies, the darkness moves D3 +1 steps on the depth track at the start of the game, and this may cause a fight. So we will see. So depth track is going to move D3. I rolled a 4, which is actually a 2. 2 + 1 is 3. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. Now when it hits this red one, I have to draw a darkness card. So let's go ahead and shuffle these up and see what I get. I really don't like these darkness cards because they tend to put things into play that stay in play. Like, they'll boost the stats of the creatures and stuff like that. And it's just really, really, really annoying. I'm enjoying this game, but I will say one of the things that I have noticed about this game is it is extremely difficult. All right, I drew Demonic Force. All demon enemies are +1 combat. Great. All right, so we started off there. It doesn't say whether I have to roll holding back the darkness. It just says the darkness moves on the death track at the start of the game after setup, but before the first turn. So first turn, I have to roll to see if I hold it back. I have to roll a 7 or higher. I rolled a 4. So, yay, I get to draw another darkness card. So frustrating. It's almost like this game was designed to just, be a constant death to your heroes. I maybe when you play 4-player or, 4-hero or something, maybe it gets a little easier. I doubt it. But it just seems like 2 heroes is just really bad. It's a trap. I have an ambush attack. Draw a threat card. All right, so we go to the threat cards, and we immediately start off with a fight. This is not fun. And this is the basic games. This is like the missions that are supposed to introduce the player to the game. So it's almost like, hey, 6 spiders. So it's almost like, hey, guess what? This game sucks. It's hard. And I don't get it. I guess I could home rule some things and make it easier on myself, but I'm just gonna do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, unfortunately, these are spiders, so they will go first because they have the initiative. I have 6, 5. I could lower them to 4 by using one of my flashes. So I tell you what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to burn a flash. They go down to, well, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm not going to do that because it's an ambush attack, meaning they get first strike anyway. So each one of them is going to attack. 3 of them will attack each of the heroes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll 6 dice for the Gunslinger and 6 dice for the Marshal. Let's do the Gunslinger first. They hit on a combat, well, they roll 2 dice for each spider, and they hit on a 4 or higher. So 4s or higher will hit. And no 4s. So the Gunslinger somehow dodged that. All right, let's roll for the Marshal. And I got 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits. So he saves on a He saves on a 4 or higher. Is that, no, 3 or higher. So he saves on all of them. Excellent. So no hits. All right, let's get rid of these stupid things. The Gunslinger is going to shoot for 2 dice. That's a hit and a miss. Now the hit will do how much damage? 3. That's enough to kill one. The Gunslinger, the Marshal, he rolls a D8 for his shotgun. However, he hits on a 4 or higher. The D8 does crits, but he only gets to roll it once. But I'm close enough. I'm going to do his melee. He's got 2 combat dice for the melee. He still hits on a 4 or higher, and that's a 1 hit. And how much damage? 3 is enough to kill another one. So now it is the end of the turn. Roll back Holding Darkness. I rolled an 8, so I did hold back the darkness. 2 spiders will attack the Gunslinger. That's 2 hits, and the Gunslinger saves on 5 or higher. He saved on 1, didn't on the other, so he takes 2 damage. And I've finally gotten all my stuff organized over here in a box for my tokens. So let's get 2 out for him. And the next 2 spiders will swing at my Gunslinger, hit on 4s and higher. 3 hits, and he saves on a 3 or higher. Save, fail. So he takes 2 hits as well. By the way, I forgot. Every time he kills a creature, he gets a bonus 10 XP. So Marshal automatically gets plus 10 XP for killing 1 spider. All right, Gunslinger will fire, hits on 3s or higher, and totally whiffs it. I will burn a grit. I hate to burn the grit this early in the game, but I gotta get some hits here. 1 hit. So 4 damage. We'll take out another one. The Gunslinger, or Marshal, will punch for twice. He hits and he hits and he misses. So the hit will do 1 damage. Ugh. All right. So now I've got 1 spider hitting at the Gunslinger, and that's a hit. And he saves on a 5 or higher, and he does. And I've got 2 swinging. Oh, I forgot to do hold back the darkness. I do. So now I've got 2 spiders striking at the Marshal. Hit, 2 hits, and he saves on a 3 or higher, and he saves on both. Gunslinger fires 2, hits on both. First damage is a 5. He kills one. Second damage, 3. He kills another one. The Marshal will hit on both. No, he missed. He hits on 4s. Ah. All right. Hold back the darkness. I do. The last spider, or the Gunslinger gets to go. Well, no, the spider does get to go. The spider goes and gets a hit. He saves on a 3 or higher, and he does save. Gunslinger fires at the last spider. That is a hit. How much damage? 2 is enough to kill it. So he got 5 spiders, and the Marshal got 1. All right, so he gets 10 XP per spider. Yeah, so he just got 50 XP for all those spiders. Now they get to draw. Oh, by the way, the Gunslinger, or the Marshal, when he kills a creature, he gets to heal a wound. So he will. Did he heal a wound? He never killed another one, so he doesn't get to do that. He gets to do a D6 on Catch Your Breath because he didn't get his last turn in. So 4, that will be enough to get rid of all of his wounds. And the Gunslinger gets D3 healing. 6 will get rid of 3, so that's enough for him to get rid of his 2 wounds. So they also get to each draw a loot card because they defeated they fought in a fight and they beat it, so they get to draw a loot. And these cards get reshuffled after you draw one. So let's do the Gunslinger. Gunslinger got a sack of gold, 20 XP, and $100. And shuffle that back in. And the Marshal gets a Darkstone. All right. Dark Shard. All right, that gets put back in. All right. As I understand it, the threat deck has a discard pile, so we won't be encountering 6 Void Spiders again, at least not until I burn through the deck. And it is now, now we actually get to go. So hold on, I got to do Hold Back the Darkness. 6, I did not, so this moves here. The Gunslinger will move 3. 1, 2, 3. He will also scavenge. He did get a scavenge, so I get to draw a scavenge card. And this room is now scavenged, which means I cannot do it again. You can only do it once for a 1 to 2 hero game. All right, and he drew a Emerging Darkness. 10 XP, draw a darkness card. Like I said, this game just seems to be out to kill you. He gets 10 XP, and he draws a darkness card. By the way, just so you know, what I'm looking for is an exploration token with a clue marker, which is a little red exclamation. That will be when I find the book. Ambush attack. 1 Night Terror. Seriously. Come on. This is ridiculous. All right. 1 Night Terror. All right. And it's an ambush attack, so I think it would be on the Gunslinger since he drew the card. And it rolls 4 dice, and it hits on 5s or higher. And no hit. All right. So, you know what? I never rolled for the... I rolled for his... How did I get that card? Oh, we got the Scavenge. That's what it was. I got the Scavenge card. So, the darkness cards, it does not... It goes into the discard. It does not stay in play. The Marshal will still get a turn because it was him who scavenged. So the Marshal will fire. He's within 5, so he'll use his shotgun. He rolls a d8. He rolls a 5, which is a hit, but not a crit. How much damage? 6 minus his defense of 3 means 3 damage got through. He's at 12 health, so 12 minus 3 is 9. He's at 5, 4, he's at 9 health. That is the end of the turn. Oh, actually, no. Yep, that's it. Hold Back the Darkness. 7, I did. So hold on. I forgot that. I don't move this yet because I haven't explored any rooms. I haven't even got out of the mine room yet. All right, so I did Hold Back the Darkness. Now it is the Gunslinger's turn. His initiative is 3. So the Gunslinger will shoot. And he got a crit, which means all damage goes through. How much damage? 1. He'll go ahead and use one of his special bullets to do 3, so he's down to 6 health. The Gunslinger will get to fire. That is a total miss. He will use his grit to re-roll that. That is a crit, so all damage goes through. He needs a 6 or higher. He did. He killed it. All right, nice. So the way this works is he gets 10 XP for killing it. And then I think the Gunslinger gets 5 because he did a shot on it. I could be wrong. I got to reread about how this XP is distributed, but the Gunslinger got the kill, so I'm going to let him have that. All right, that means they get a loot card because we drew a... No, we did not. That was a... Oh, yeah, we did draw a... No, it was an ambush attack, wasn't it? We don't get a loot card because we didn't draw a threat deck card. It came from a darkness card. So, anyway. No loot card. Where were we? The Gunslinger or the Marshal just fired, so it is the end of the turn. I mean, I haven't even gotten out of the first room yet. 7 holds it back. Gunslinger rolls 2. 1, 2. Marshal rolls 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Marshal cannot do a scavenge, so we'll hold back the darkness. 10 will do it. Gunslinger 5. 1. All right, let's see what kind of room he encounters here. All right. he finds a boiler room. It's got some pipes running through it. Let's see. Yep. All right, the boiler room, like that. That's the entrance right there. All right, so it's got 3 possible exits. Let's draw an exploration token. Let's shuffle these up a little bit. And we'll draw one. Let's draw that one. Put it there. He moved 1, and he exposed the room, so he gets +5 XP for that. And the marshal will go next. He moves 2. 1, 2. It's his turn, so he will scavenge in this room. He did not, so let's see what we got. We got 2 doors, attack, and a clue. It says you ignore the rules say that when you encounter the clue, okay, hold on. The first clue finds the location of the book. Ignore any attacks or encounters. Instead, the heroes must draw a threat card that is 1 threat higher than normal. All right, so we got the clue, which means I'll give the book to the Gunslinger. And it says I have to draw a threat higher, which is a medium. Where's my mediums? Here they are. So I'm drawing from the medium deck this turn. All right, let's see what I got. More void spiders. Double void spiders. All right, so I got 5 plus 3 is 8. This is not an ambush attack. So 8 spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. All right. Okay. More stupid spiders. All right, their initiative is 6. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to use the flash, which lowers their initiative to 4. And how long does that last? Let me double check. Flash until the end of the turn. So on the next turn, they will go up. They would normally attack right now, but this is going to give me a chance to get rid of some of them. So the Gunslinger will go first. I am going to throw a dynamite right here. Why right there? Because every connecting space has a chance to take damage when you throw the dynamite. But when you throw the dynamite, there's a chance you may not hit your target. Dynamite, the range is 2 plus is discard to throw as a ranged attack. Page 27 is the rules for it. I think it's 3 plus your strength. Strength plus 3. So definitely 1, 2, 3, 4. Within range, you have to make a ranged attack. His range is 3 plus. I rolled a 5, so I did hit it. Now you roll for the damage of the dynamite, and all of them will get it. When the dynamite explodes, it does D6 wounds, ignores defense, which they don't have any, to each model in the same and adjacent spaces to it. Roll the damage for each model separately. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll start up here. He's still got 1 health left. Next one, this one, dead. The one with the this one, dead. That one, dead. And the one with the dynamite on it, he's still got 2 health left. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. That one's still got 1. I was wondering why I took it away. All right. Now I lost the dynamite, so gotta give that up. Now the gunslinger, the marshal will go. There's really no good place to throw his first dynamite, so instead I'm just going to shoot. He'll shoot at the closest spider. He hits on a 4 plus. He missed. Of course. Oh, you know what I forgot to do is to roll their movement die. So the Gunslinger could choose to move. He's not. Well, he could have, but he won't. And the Marshal does not. I was rolling to see if I get ones, which refresh their grit. All right, so the medium goes here. This goes over here. Now it is the spiders' turn. So the spiders will all move up, and they'll just sort of pile in, waiting for their chance to hit. Looks like one's going to strike at my Gunslinger. I'll do the red for the Gunslinger and green for the green for the red for the Gunslinger, green for the Marshal. 2 hits on the Marshal, 1 hit on the Gunslinger. Gunslinger saves on a 5+. He does not, so he takes 2 points of damage. 2 points. And the 2 hits on the Gunslinger, or the Marshal, he saves on 3s or higher. He saved on both. So now it is Hold Back the Darkness. I did. The spiders get to go first, unfortunately, this turn. Oh, wait a minute. This was their turn, wasn't it? It's the Gunslinger's turn. I'm sorry. I did it out of order. Gunslinger fires twice, hits once. How much damage? 2. I took these dice away. You know what? There was one that had 1 and one that had 2. So I'll just say he was aiming at the injured one and took it out. Now the Marshal gets to roll. He rolls a d8. 7's a crit, so that's good. If he kills one, he gets another shot. He did kill one, so he'll take another shot, and he hits on a 4+, and he does hit. How much damage? 6 is enough to kill the one that's injured, so he's taken out 2. I did hold back the darkness, so now it's the spider's turn. 2 spiders will attack the Gunslinger in red, and 2 for the Marshal. Gunslinger jumps out of the way. The Marshal saves on 3s. He only saved 1, so he takes 2. And now I do Gunslinger hits on a 3 or higher. He did hit. How much damage? Enough to kill another one. And the Marshal, I'm going to do Marshal hand-to-hand because he gets to roll 2 dice. Better chance of rolling a 4 or higher. And he did not. Wow. Okay. I forgot to roll their grit to see if they moved. Neither one of them got any grit. Hold back the darkness. 7 holds it back. Spider will hit at my Gunslinger. 1 hit. They hit on 3s or higher, or 4s? They hit on 4s. So 1 hit. He saves on a 3 or higher. He did not save, so he took 2 more damage. And so that was the spider. Gunslinger is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. The Marshal will strike again. 4s or higher. He missed. I tell you what, I think I may have to retire the Marshal. All right, hold back the darkness. I did. Spider will strike at the Marshal, and 2 misses. Hits on a 4 or higher. Gunslinger rolls 6. 1, 2, 3. He will expose a room in just a second. Let's see. Actually, I think that happens right now. So let's pause the game. It will be the Gunslinger's turn in a moment. The reason you have to do it is because as soon as the Gunslinger's turn ends, we expose the exploration token. All right, let's see what we got. We got a Cavern of Bones. Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh, you know what we also forgot to do was to roll which of these are the doors. So let's do that now. So the first door will be 5 because it said that the token said there were 2 exits. So it will be 5 will be that one, and the other one will be 2, which is going to be this one. So this one actually turned out to be a dead end. So I'll retro that and put him here. And put that here. And we will scoop this up a little bit so I can fit this in here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and resolve the sheriff or the gunslinger. I still am going to roll 2 dice because I just feel like his shotgun, he only gets to roll 1 dice, but here I get to roll 2, so I should probably check to see what the statistics are on that, but I'm not going to do it right now. 4s or higher. 2 hits. How much damage? Enough to kill it. All right. So the gunslinger finished. It is now the end of the activation, which means I'm going to have to reveal a token. Let's do this. The spiders weren't demonic, were they? No, they weren't. Okay. I am going to remove the mine entrance just to make some room here. Keep knocking everything off. All right, I already used 1 bullet. Yeah. All right. And I'm missing something else. Dynamite, whiskey. What did I miss? Oh, the flash. He used his flash. That's right. All right, so scavenge can go away. This can go away. And I'm going to take all my spiders. He killed 5. He killed 3. We'll do the loot token in just a second, which means this. Where's the entrance for this Cavern of Bones? It's that one. So it goes like that. All right. Is that still on camera? Yep. All right. Let's do the exploration token. So I have the book. The next clue token will be the room with the what do you call it? The gate. So let's see which one. Pick one. Let's do that one. That'll be here, and I actually get to reveal it because it's the end of the activation. It is just an attack. It says that there is a gateway here, but unfortunately, since this doesn't have the clue token, it means it's not the final gate. I think you ignore, and also ignore any date icons on the token as the objective. Okay, yeah. So there will be another world portal here, but I'm going to treat that as a room, just because I'm not playing with the extra gate rooms. And there's only one, so one of these is going to be, let's see which one it is. Let's go ahead and try that. 1. So if that's the entrance, 1 is this one. So the other 2 have dead ends. And now I have to do an attack. But I also, you know what? I also need to do the loot cards because they fought those spiders. So let's do that before we get this fight going. Loot. All right. The Gunslinger. Dark Shard. And the Marshal. Marshal drew 30 XP and 25 coins. And how much? $25. Man, he should have got XP for that Dark Shard. How much was that? Dark Shards are worth 30 XP. Okay. All right, now we do the fight. So go back to the low threat deck. And there is still a room to explore up there, so maybe I'll send the Marshal up there to look at that. Who are we going to fight? We're going to fight a Night Terror. All right, and this is not an ambush attack, so it will appear as far away as possible, which would probably put it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it would go over here. It'd go right here. It's in the room. So, and it has a low initiative. I could probably get rid of this thing before it even gets to me. So that is the end of the turn. It's Hold Back Darkness. I did not. Unfortunately, it's a 1/1, which means I don't have to do the darkness thing, but I do have to I do have to pull there's a special card somewhere. Let me see, where is it? Here it is, the depth event gallery. On a 1, it's an ambush attack. Come on. All right, I rolled double 1s. An ambush attack. Draw a threat to immediately ambush the heroes. Sure, why not? So this will appear around them, evenly distributed. Tentacles. How many tentacles? 3. All right, so I'll put 2 with the Gunslinger. Actually, I'll put 2 with the Sheriff or Marshal and 1 with the Gunslinger since he's going to get the thing here. Let's see, the tentacles, I cannot remember. Tentacles are initiative 2, so they are real slow. All right, let's do this. So the Gunslinger will need to fire at the tentacle. It has a defense of 2 and 4 health. So come on, give me some hits here. He did get a hit. He rolled a 5. How much damage? 3 minus 2 is 1. He'll do an extra bullet for a total of 3 damage. So this thing is down to 1 health. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he won't be able to get up next to me. So now I will use the shotgun for this. He rolled a 5, which is not a crit, but how much damage? 7 minus 2 is 5, so that's enough to kill a tentacle. He killed one, so he gets to heal 1 wound. He also gets a bonus 10 XP, and he gets how much for the... He gets 30 XP for killing the tentacle. By the way, I forgot when they won that last battle against the spiders, they would have gotten to take a rest. So a D3 for the Sheriff is 1. He can remove 1 more wound. And a D3 for the Gunslinger can also remove 1 wound during the catch your breath moment. All right, now we're caught up. It is the Night Terror, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not quite close enough. And now the tentacles will attack. There is 1 tentacle attacking the Gunslinger. Tentacles roll 3 combat dice, and they hit on a 4 or higher. Miss, miss, miss. Excellent. The one on the Gunsling, on the Marshal, miss, miss, hit. And he saves on a 3 or higher, and he saved. All right. So hold back the darkness. 4 does not. I have to draw a Growing Dread card. Of course I do. Let's just make this game harder and harder. All right. I don't look at it. I just reveal. I just put it over here. I don't think I do. Reveal all. Yeah, the Growing Dread stays sort of put aside. I'm put it over here on my computer. All right. So these go away. That was a medium. All right. So he moved. The tentacles missed. The Gunslinger will fire. I'm going to have the Gunslinger fire at the Night Terror that's breathing down on him. Both hit. And how much damage? 5 and 5. However, remember, he has a defense of 2, so that's 3 and 3, which is 6. But each one I can add 2 bullets for a 4, and that's 10, so he has 2 health left. All right. Now the Marshal... Oh, you know what? I forgot to see if he can move. He does not move. The Gunslinger's turn. Does he move? No. No more grit. He will fire at the... He'll hand-to-hand combat. He hits on a 4+, and he totally whiffs it. All right. It is the Night Terror's turn. He steps up. He rolls 3 dice, and he rolls 4 dice, excuse me, and he hits on... No, he's a demon. He gets +1 combat. He gets 5 dice, and he hits on 5s or higher. I got this on video, right? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. He hit all of them, and each one of them does 3 damage. So I need saves of 5 or higher. He saved on 2, so 3 of them do 3 damage, which is 9. He already has a wound. That is 10 wounds. He is down, but I'm going to use the revive token, which means he comes up with no damage. but I have no more revive tokens. It is now the Tentacles' turn. The Tentacles, combat 3, hit on 4s. That's 1 hit on my Gunslinger, and he saves. The Tentacle on my Marshal, hit, 2 hits, and he saves on 3s, and he saves on both. Hold back the darkness. I do. Gunslinger fires at the big blue. Well, he's got 2 left. He had 1 left. He'll take both shots. And he hits on 1. Let's see. I'm going to have him hit the Tentacle. He does. He kills the Tentacle. Actually, he had 1, and the Gunslinger had 2. Gunslinger will punch both of the Tentacles. Hit, miss. Excuse me. How much damage? He needs to roll a 6 to kill it. And he rolls a 5, so it's got 1 health left. Oh. All right, it is now the Night Terror's turn. He rolls 5 dice. I don't know why I did this. I forgot the Gunslinger can try to run. Nope. The Marshal. Nope. All right, he will swing at my Gunslinger. Miss. He hits 1. And does it go through? It does. He does 3 damage. Ow! 3 damage, just like that. All right, the Tentacle will roll 3 and hits on 4s. Hit. Saves on 3s. I saved, and he did damage. And the damage on a Tentacle is also... Oh, no. The blue guy does 4 damage. Ow. And the Tentacles do 3. Okay. All right. Poor Gunslinger has 5 health. Or 5 damage, 5 health left. All right. Gunslinger's turn. No, it's the end. That was the end of the initiative. Hold back the darkness. 6, 7, I do. Let's see. Gunslinger will shoot. Hits once. How much damage? 5. That's enough to kill it. So the Gunslinger got 1. And the Marshal hits. It's just got 1 hit point left. That's enough to kill it. So, doom. All right. Let's see. How much XP? So, the Gunslinger killed a Night Terror for 10. And he killed 1 Tentacle for 30. Really? Wow. All right. And the Marshal killed 2 Tentacles for a total of 60 XP. They each get to draw a loot card, because that was caused by... it was the ambush attack, which was the spiders, and it was the exploration token, which was the Night Terror. So they get to draw 2 loot tokens each. Before I do that, let's do the healing. They won. They both got to end their turn, so each one of them rolls a d6. How much healing? That's 3 for the Gunslinger, which I will take. And how much for the Marshal? That's 2 for the Marshal. He killed 2 enemies, so he gets to lose 2 wounds. Actually, I think I already did that, so he put 1 back on. But he does get another 10 XP for that last kill. Yeah. All right, that should do it. Now they get their loot, 2 loot cards each. If they survive this, they're doing pretty good money-wise and XP-wise. All right, so the Gunslinger, what is this? Draw an artifact card, 20 XP. All right, so draw an art. I'll do that in just a second. And then for the Marshal, he drew a Darkstone, so he gets another one. All right, so I get an artifact card in the mines. All right, so that's another deck here. Gloves of Chardrin, +1 agility. Once per turn, you may re-roll an escape test. All right, so that goes with the Gunslinger. And didn't I say they each get 2 loot cards? I did. They get 2. All right, so the second loot card for the Gunslinger is Gold Dust, 20 20 XP, and $100. And then the second loot card for the Marshal is another Darkstone. Alright, that's it for the loot. Alright, so he's got 3 of those things. Let's see, where was I? These were killed, so they go away. I did not find another clue. So it is now holding back the darkness. I failed it. It is now the Gunslinger will move. 6. He was here to reveal it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll show this next room. See what it is. The vault. All right. The vault. Okay. The entrance is here. And we put another exploration token. Let's do that one. The Gunslinger needs to get his butt up here. Let's roll to see where he's gonna go. He moves 1. So he gets a grit. And that is the end of the activation. We reveal this. There we go. There is the other clue token. So this is the end of the room, or the end of the mine, or what have you. There is a, I don't have any more dead ends. Thought I had plenty of those. So we'll end cap these, and we'll just say that the this is the gateway. So the way this works, when you found the second clue, ignore any door gates, ignore any heroes may not move through it. Reveal all growing dread cards as normal, and the heroes must face an epic threat for the void. Now, I seem to recall, and if I've got this wrong, I'm going to change it, but I seem to recall for a 1 or 2 hero game, you do not use the epic. It's too hard. You use the high. So that's what I'm going to use. I'll draw a high card, and this will be their fight. And unfortunately, my Marshal needs to get up here. The Gunslinger has the book. So here's how this works. You have to close the gate, because there's always a chance other things will come through the gate. I have a Growing Dread card somewhere where I've got to reveal that in a moment. Because the Gunslinger has the book, he must make, during his activation, he makes a Spirit 5+ test. So I got to roll, his Spirit is 2. So I roll 2 dice, and I'm looking for 5s or higher. For every 5 or higher rolled, I gain 10 XP, and I place a sanity marker on the gate. Once there are 5 or more sanity markers, the gate is sealed. Now here's the problem. During the final fight, anytime the hold back the darkness roll is failed, you roll a d6. And on a roll of 1, 2, or 3, you have to add a low threat card to the fight. So, yeah, this is getting fun. All right, let's reveal the Growing Dread. Move the darkness 1 step forward on the track. All right, great. All right, so you have to resolve that. All right. Flood of Bats. Each hero takes 2 horror, gains 10 XP, and must pass a strength +4+ or lose a Darkstone. All right, so the horror hits. 2 horror hits. They save both horror on 4s or higher. So you roll 1 dice per hit. So I'm looking. So let's do the Marshal first. I need 4s or higher. I got 1. So he takes a hit, which is a wound. Then the Gunslinger rolls 2. His willpower is 4. I need 4s or higher, and he did. He didn't take any damage. They each get 10 XP. All right, for surviving a bat swarm. Sure, why not? And I don't have to lose Darkstone because I didn't do that. So there's the darkness card. Okay, that goes away. Now, what did I not do? I didn't do the catch your breath, which was at the end of this fight. So let's do that. Did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I'm going to instead use my bandages. I'm going to use bandages. Well, he's got 3. Yeah, I got to do that because the gunslinger could go down real quick. Or the marshal. I'm going to use bandages, which means I heal. Is it 1d3 or 1d6? I cannot recall. Bandages is 1d6. All right, come on. I need a 3 or higher. I rolled a 3, so his wounds are gone, and he got rid of his bandages. I'm not going to use bandages yet for my gunslinger until I reveal this threat. All right, so let's shuffle it up. I already shuffled, but we'll do it again, and let's draw a card. 3 night terrors. All right, let's do this. Let's rock. 1, 2, 3. And remember, he has to seal the gate. So at the beginning of his activation, and they're low initiative, which is probably good. So it goes 1, 2, 3. All right. It is now hold back the darkness. Oh, please hold back the darkness. That's a 7, so I did. All right. The gunslinger. 3. 1, 2, 3. The range of his pistol is 6, so he can't shoot them. And the range of the dynamite is 3 plus his strength, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can't throw the dynamite yet, but I have a plan. Now I need for the marshal to get over here. 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. It is now their turn. They move 5. So let's go. The closest one will be him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I want. I want him in close so I can throw some dynamite. All right. That is the end of the turn. Let's see if I hold back the darkness. I did, so I don't have to make that roll. The gunslinger will move. He'll move 1, and he will take a grit. He is going to throw his dynamite. Where? Glad you asked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to throw it over the head behind this guy. He needs to make a 3 plus success hit. He rolled a 3, so it hits. This damage goes through their defense, so all damage is hit. And he's got a grit, so I could re-roll this. I'm hoping this is going to be a 6. It's a 4. I'll take that. 4 damage to all of them. Their health is 12, so they each have 8 health left. I'm just going to make a mark here that they're all at 8. All right, and he lost his dynamite. He didn't have to use his grit. So that's it for him. The sheriff, or the marshal, can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is going to throw his first dynamite in the same spot. He hits on a 4 or higher. He missed. Do I want to use the grit? Oh, you know what? I'm going to take that. Because if you miss, there's still a chance. All right, if the hit misses, roll a d3. So that's a 2. Or no, that's a 3. It's going to bounce 3 times. So here's the dynamite. It goes 1, 2, or no, 1, 2, and 3. It will just hit the wall and bounce. If it would move into a wall, cancel that bounce. All right, so I'm really looking for 1, 2s, or 3s. So first bounce is a 2. Stays where it is. Second bounce stays where it is. That's good. Third and final bounce stays where it is. Excellent. How much damage does the dynamite do? The dynamite goes boom. He has a grit. 6 damage, and they have 8, so all of them are down to 2 health. I didn't have to use my grit to re-roll. Now, here's the problem. It is their turn. They will move up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to have him go towards the sheriff. So 1 will attack the gunslinger, and 2 will attack the sheriff, the marshal. All right, we got to survive this. We're almost there. So the night terrors roll 4, but remember I rolled their demons, so they roll that 5th combat die. And they hit on 5s or higher. So let's do the one on the Gunslinger. Ugh, 2 hits. 2. He saves on 5s or higher. He does not. I will burn my grit to re-roll those. I saved on 1, so he takes 4 damage. He's up to 5 damage, which is not good, but hey, you know, we'll take it. As a matter of fact, right now I'm going to choose to use his bandage. So he rolls a d6, 5, just like that, gone. All right, the other 2. First one will swing at the Marshal. Hits on 5s or higher. Miss, 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 miss. They all miss. The second one hits on 5s or higher. And they all miss. All right, now it is Hold Back the Darkness. I made it, so I don't have to roll for that. Oh, you know what I haven't been doing is he hasn't been reading from the book. Hold on. So he could have done it here, and he could have done it there. So he's going to roll 2 and 2. He's got to roll 2 dice, and he's looking for 5s or higher. He failed the first 2. He did get that one. So you put a sanity marker on here. I need 5 of those. All right, now it is my turn. Gunslinger, they each have 2 hit points left. So the Gunslinger will shoot at the first one and totally misses it. And the Gunslinger, you know what? Yeah, the Marshal rolls a 4, which is a hit. How much damage? 4 minus 2 is 2, so he manages to kill 1. His special ability says if you manage to kill 1, you get another shot. So he's going to shoot at the second one, and he hits, and that's a crit. I just need 2 or higher, and he does. He kills both. There's 1 left. I have to Hold Back the Darkness. 6 plus 2 is 8. I do. The Marshal, or the Gunslinger, will read from the book. For each 5 plus, I need a 5. He did. He got another one, so that's 2. He will shoot at this creature. He hits once, and can he do 2 damage? 3 minus 3 is 0, but he'll chop in an extra special bullet to do those final 2, and he takes it out. Now, it's not the end of the turn. The Marshal still gets a turn. So I'm going to have the Marshal take the book and read from it. So the Gunslinger says, keep reading. So he's going to roll. His spirit is also 2. So he's looking for 5s or higher. And he got 2 of them. So I need 1 more success. 1, 2. It is now Hold Back Darkness. I have a trick. 9. If I failed that, he can hold back the darkness for this Book of the Occult 1 time. So now he held back the darkness. The Gunslinger will go. He's going to read. And he did. He made it. So the gate is sealed. Whew, man. The gate is sealed. That ends the game, but we're not done yet. Let's summarize. So I burned my revive. That was good and bad. I mean, it kept my Gunslinger up. So the Gunslinger killed 1 or 2. I can't remember. He killed 1. I think he killed 2. Yeah, I think he killed 2. We'll just call it that. So he gets plus 20, and the Marshal gets plus 10 for another one. They took a threat card, so they each get a loot. I don't have to roll for Catch Your Breath because the game is over. So let's roll for the loot, or let's draw for the loot. All right, the Gunslinger, coins, 30 and 25 gold. 25, and the Marshal gets coins, same thing, $25 and 30 XP. I just did it on the wrong one. Well, no, it didn't. They both got the same thing, so they both get the 25. All right. So that's that. All right. So and then let me read the rules on the game. So, reward: each hero receives 25 XP. As well as D6 times 50. So roll a d6 times 50. They each get 50 gold, $50 for that. And that is it. Yep, that is it for that adventure. Whew, man, that was crazy. All right. So I'll tally up my XP and my gold, and the next video will be me taking them to town. They're going to have to buy some new supplies, more dynamite, things like that. I may sell these gloves. That agility, +1 agility, but it's 175 bucks. I'll have to decide. I'm not going to decide right this second. That was kind of fun. It was very stressful. This game, like I said, it just seems like it's designed to be super dangerous. I mean, just very, very dangerous. I got lucky in that I drew the clue cards or clue explore tokens very early in the game, because this could have gotten much bigger. By the way, I've often wondered, I have 2 clue tokens that have, well, 1, 2, yeah. I drew 2. How many have the clue marker on it? Here's a 3rd, 4, 5. 5 out of 12 tokens have a clue. So that's almost a 50% chance that you're going to draw one, you know, on a turn. That's not bad. Or at least 50% chance the first time you draw. After that, it decreases if you pull one. So there's fewer left. All right, that's all I have for this game. I need to catch my breath and get a drink and reevaluate, reevaluate things, add up some XP, update the character sheets. By the way, you will be able to download the Gunslinger and Marshall's character sheets. There'll be a link in the video description below that you can click on to get a PDF of that. And I'll add up all their stuff they have and keep it updated like that. All right, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me for another game of Shadows of Brimstone. I hope you're enjoying this. I really am liking this game. It just seems like it's just really, really difficult. But I'll be back with the next video will be these guys going to town. And I will see you then. Everybody, take care.